You've got to be relentless at life in order to get what you want. Whether you want more income, whether you want more sales, whether you want a better lifestyle for you and your family, no one, and I mean no one, is going to give it to you.
Skyline Nation, welcome to our Skycast. We have the privilege today to be able to talk to Mr. Danny Morel.
Yes.
Very excited for him and all his offices. He's actually over right now. He opened up a new office in
the Foothills, Glendora, San Dimas. Yeah.
The Foothills. And how many offices do you have now?
This will be number 8.
8 office. So, and we're at the Rancho Cucamonga office, and it's looking really, really nice here. So, very excited about him. Intero is the name of the business, and also he has the Empire University, where you're able to coach, real estate
professionals.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so he has a lot going on, but he's always been in the mindset, also in the influencer, and also in the mindset of helping others.
Sure.
Right. And so we've asked him for a couple minutes with us to be able to discuss mindset a little bit.
Yep.
So we're excited for you guys to be on the show.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for having me. Yeah.
So right off the bat, I mean, obviously, real estate is not too far from door-to-door industry, right? You have a lot of door-to-door people that go real estate door-to-door.
Yeah.
And so when people talk to you about, hey, this door has been knocked dozens of times, they've been pitched dozens of times. What is your advice when you hear that? Like, this area's been hit, like these areas, same leads, some type of that. What's the actual, psychology behind that you
again, this might be a little bit abrasive, but the first thought that came to mind is that it hasn't been pitched by me and it hasn't been knocked by me. So I think that's the first thing. I think the first thing is you have to have immense confidence in who you are and the fact that you are 100% different than and more unique than anybody else that's out there. And I think that gives you a psychological competitive advantage over anybody else that is out there. It's kind of interesting. I was just coaching someone this morning.
Okay.
I care about them deeply. I want to see them succeed. They're one of our agents here in the company.
Nice.
And we had an opportunity to get on the camera, right? And we were like kind of face-to-face over a Zoom call. And I said, listen, I'm going to cut to the chase. I said, this call is not going to take very long because it's not about you knowing what to do. It's not about you plugging in or not. It's not about you believing or not. It's not about you being inspired enough. Here's the number one problem you're having right now. You care too much about what other people think.
Oof.
And so I literally said, I can see it in your face. I could see it in your demeanor where you don't feel that from me. You feel I'm gonna push through the damn wall and it's either you're coming or you're not type of deal, right? And when you care too much about what people think, you knock on the door with trepidation, right? It's like you knock on the door and you're almost anticipating trying to service how they feel.
You're right.
Trying to react based off of how they react.
Right.
Versus doing the complete opposite. I'm here to provide you value. I'm here to provide you a service. I'm here to change your life. Listen to me.
Wow. So I think what you're saying is you set the tone from the beginning.
You
automatically.
If you don't set the tone, the prospect sets the tone. That's just sales 101.
Right.
And I think people could hear this and they could say, you know what? Okay, it's easy for you to say. That's something that you have to train yourself to believe.
Right.
You've got to train yourself to understand that they don't know who you are. They don't know anything about you. They don't know that you're struggling right now. They don't know that you're brand new. They don't know anything.
They don't know anything, yeah.
So why not pretend, right? Seriously,
yeah.
Why not pretend for that moment when you're in front of that person that you're an inspired, grateful human being that's on a mission to change the world, even if the world is getting that person an alarm system or selling them a house.
Right.
And I think that's kind of what helped me tremendously is that I saw selling someone a house like a life-changing value proposition.
Wow. So how important is you talked about it right now, right? When you're in front of somebody, they don't know that you're saying the wrong pitch. They don't know that you're saying the wrong things. They don't know anything. All they know is what you're telling them.
Right.
And so you do a lot of role-playing here at your office.
Every single day since the inception of the company.
How important is that for your sales agents?
I mean, this is your sword. This is what makes you your money, right? People all the time, it's kind of interesting. People are reaching. And what I mean by they're reaching is they're trying to find an excuse for why they can't make the sale. So it's because the colors of the company are wrong, or it's because the logo is ugly, or it's because the marketing material sucks. No, it's because you suck. It's because you haven't practiced enough at the rate that you should be practicing it to where you could master it. I mean, look, case in point, we just got off an interview.
Right.
You sat down. We were on. I'm ready to rock and roll.
Oh, he's
you know
like
what I'm
literally
saying?
like 3 minutes.
It was just like a little 3-minute transition.
Yeah.
And it's just because I know my material so much that I'm able to give it at the drop of a dime. And if I could encourage your salespeople to do anything, right, it's know it that much. Put in the work so much so that you can have the confidence in front of one person, in front of a family, in front of whoever, to do what it is that you need to do.
You're so right, because in our industry, you know, we tell them you have to practice your pitch over and over again. Talk to a friend, neighbor, who cares? Say it in front of a mirror, right? Know what you're going to say. So even if you're getting woken up at night and someone says, hey, pitch me, you can say your pitch just off the bat.
Well, and you know, I teach people to simplify things. If you really look at it, it's not like you got to know, you know, you guys call them pitches. We call them scripts. It's not like you have to know 20 pitches.
Right.
You got to know one.
Yes.
One really, really, really good.
Right.
Keep your brain as simple as that. Know one. And then based off of that one, there's going to be some objections that come up.
Yep.
They're the same 3 or 4 that will come up all the time.
Right.
So if you literally think about it, one pitch, 3 to 4 objection handlers, you're in the gold. Se acabó.
There it is.
It's over.
I mean, a lot of times we just had a meeting with our rookies, and what I did is I had them tell me all their rebuttals that they had yesterday. I wrote them all down, right? And I asked the veterans, I was like, hey, veterans, how do you see these rebuttals? And they say, as opportunities.
Absolutely.
And then the rookies saw these as roadblocks.
Right, absolutely.
So in essence, the rebuttals are really what's going to help you get the sale, right?
It's part of the path to the sale. It's, you know, like it's the pitch, the objection, get past that, there's the money.
Everyone's going to have an objection, right?
It'll always be there. It'll always be there.
It's not uncommon to have it. It's very common.
However, I will say this. You will minimize your objections the stronger you know the pitch and the stronger you believe in what you're pitching and the stronger that you believe in yourself.
Yeah.
The stronger that gets, you'll be able to minimize the objections that you
right, because you're transferring that energy, that conviction, that confidence, right?
Absolutely.
That's when it becomes easier just to go over those rebuttals. You know, whenever they give me a rebuttal or anything, it's because you have that conviction. Right. It's easier just to be like, oh yeah, it's not a big deal. Right?
Absolutely.
And so when you obviously talk about role playing, then you talk about mindset. How important is it when you're not being viewed, right? When you're not in this office, when you're out in the field, no one's watching you, and you're actually doing things that you're supposed to be doing, but then you get into that mindset of, well, no one's really watching me right now, so maybe I should just go home. Maybe tomorrow will be a better day, right? Today's, it's kind of cloudy out there today. I might as well just call it a day and go tomorrow.
Yeah, so if you think back to what I just said, your pitch will become stronger and your objections will become minimized when you have confidence in what you're saying and when you have confidence in who you are. That's why there never is a no one is seeing me.
Right.
I'm seeing me.
Yes.
The most important person that should be seeing me is seeing me every single minute of my life. And that's me.
That's you.
And if you can get that, guys, and you start to reinforce within yourself that you really are powerful, that you really can help people. You know, people will minimize it's an alarm or it's a house. No, to me, that freaking alarm could save somebody's life.
It's true. That's true.
That's a big deal, right? It could give somebody the confidence to sleep better at night.
Right.
And if they sleep better at night, they perform better. And if they perform better, they earn more money. And if they earn more money, they feed their kids better and they give them better vacations. You see, you could take anything. You could sell a cookie. And you could say, well, if they eat that cookie, they'll enjoy it. And if they enjoy it, they bring a smile on their face. And if they bring their smile, they could make more. It's all about the story you tell yourself about what it is that you're doing and about who it is that you are.
Awesome. Last question.
Sure.
I know you're a busy guy.
Sure.
Last question is, for people who say, you know what, I don't like sales. You know, sales almost gives you a bad, taste in your mouth, right?
Sure.
What is it that you usually tell people? Obviously, you get it all the time. What is it that you tell people when they say, hey, I'm not into this sales thing?
Well, let me take it a little step deeper.
Okay.
It's not just sales. It's everything in life. Mm-hmm. Everything in life, whether it's a person, a circumstance, a situation, or a thing called sales, you are going to create a story about that thing, whether you like it or not.
Right. And
the story has come from something in your past that made you uncomfortable about that thing.
Right.
So, for example, when people are uncomfortable with sales, they're uncomfortable with it because they've made a story about what sales is. And it could be when you were a little boy or you were a little girl that you got up and you raised your hand in class and people laughed at you for the answer that you gave, and then you never wanted to feel that again. I mean, this is literally how it works, right? Yes. So then what you got to learn to do is you got to learn to change the story about what sales is. If you can do that, then all of a sudden sales becomes a good thing. Right? Sales becomes a great thing. Sales becomes the way that you help people.
Right.
So then you go, okay, wait a minute. Well, then if it's a good thing, then how do I help more people at a higher rate, which then blesses me and blesses them?
Right.
I got to learn the pitch a little bit better.
There you go.
That's why people don't learn the script. People don't learn the script because of the negative attachment and the negatives, the story that they've created with sales. Fix the story, you fix the problem.
Awesome. Any words, last words of advice? You've given us so much already, but anything else you want to drop out or drop down and let people know about, what is it that is going to take them to that next level, something that you can give them before we end this podcast?
Yeah, I think it's simple. I think you guys are at the right place at the right time with the right company. These guys are doing an incredible job. They care enough about you to bring people like myself and whoever else they bring to teach you, to train you. So I would say eliminate all that doubt, plug in 100% into what Skyline is doing. And I think with your faith and your hard work and their systems, I think the sky's the limit. And hopefully we'll see them at Relentless.
Yes, Relentless coming up next year. Guys, at Skycast, we are so happy that we were able to spend a few minutes here with Danny Morel. He gave us so much knowledge. We're so happy with that opportunity to be able to do that. Thank you so much, Danny. We do appreciate you. All right, see you guys next time.
Take care.